Welcome to the Vanilla To Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 85 of Vanilla To Vixen. We're your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, also known as...
The Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
We've got a full house. We've got Wolf and Kitten with us today.
Hello.
Hiya.
First time on the Vanilla To Vixen podcast. I'm really excited.
Yeah, so
are we. Yes.
It won't last.
Yeah, it lasts about 2 minutes. Now, we're here today to talk about, obviously, we've got lots to talk about because you've got your own podcast.
We do.
Which we want to talk all about that. And Spicy Match.
Yes, definitely.
And I've been banging on about a spicy match for the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
Because I'm quite excited about it. Talking of spicy things, why are you giving me that look already?
I was preparing myself for it.
Don't build it up, I keep telling you. Why are small peppers not very spicy? Because they're a little chilly.
Oh, for God's sake.
Man's just fallen off his bike.
That poor bloke.
Yeah.
So where do we start? Where would you like to start, guys? So for a start, how did you get into all this monkey business?
Well,
No, that is a long story.
well, we tell everybody we met online in commerce. That's the kind of vanilla story. But we did actually meet online, didn't we? And it was on a website called, I was on BeMyDom.com and you were on...
Something else.
Something
so
that
it doesn't
married
exist
the
anymore.
two together. But it doesn't exist anymore. So...
Okay. So you were like kinksters?
Yeah. But that's what we were looking for. We were looking for a DS relationship, which is... or a dynamic, or however you want to put it. There's a lot of different ways that people will talk about it, and we were looking for that. I was looking for Dom and you were looking for a sub.
For a sub, yes. And that's how we found each other. And
Don't know how I fell in love with him, but it did.
and it all went from there, really, didn't it?
Because you are now married.
We are. Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years.
I was going to say
That's in August,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And so we had ended up on a delayed honeymoon from a loss in the family. We should have gone last January, but we've just been now. So we had 3 weeks in Cambodia this January.
Lovely.
Just gone. Oh, it was amazing. It was so
Which was very
good.
nice, yeah. Shocked to come back to the freezing cold. And
I don't think I've got warm yet, to be fair.
Good old blighty.
It's not much fun.
I did get off the plane and say, I do not consent to this.
And the weather's been trying ever since.
Very trying.
So you do your own kink podcast?
Well, we did, yeah. We were saying before we came on, that we found a few podcasts sort of along our journey that were sort of based around swinging and what have you. So we were like, and I was like, well, but there's not really that much, especially in the UK. There's some in America, but about BDSM and what we were doing.
Yeah.
So we decided to start sharing our experiences and stories, and things that we've done wrong, and things that we've learned, and all that sort of thing. And now we've got quite a bit going on.
There's a lot of the things that we've learned.
Yeah, there is a lot of things we've learned.
It's nice that you're from that background. You're from a kink background, so it's a genuine podcast.
Yeah, it is proper genuine.
Yeah.
And over the course of we'll be 8 years this year, won't we? So we started off in that way, and we were very much just us. And over the course of time, we've visited clubs and become non-monogamous at the same time. So it's
kind of our journey. The podcast has mirrored our journey, as it were.
Yeah,
excellent. And also, as well, you are in sort of dealing with Spicy Match now.
We are. Well,
Yes, we are. Well, primarily me, but no, it's a joint. It's a joint.
It's a joint
effort.
thing, but we were talking about splitting responsibilities, and you organise one side and I organise the other, and then we mash in the middle.
That's right. Yes.
There was a signal there. I mashed in the
That's
middle. You can't see it, but I mashed in the middle.
There's probably a more corporate word for that.
No, don't use corporate words. Mash is far more like...
exactly.
That's it, yeah.
We gelled together, and then it all works.
Synergy. There we go.
It makes me crawl.
I suddenly feel like I'm on LinkedIn.
No. We want to be on Spicy Match.
I'd much rather be on
that's
Spicy
where we
Match.
want to be.
Exactly. So how did you guys go from literally the kink side of it to now being...
Well, we basically just started. We just crossed over. We found it natural.
We've got to start the story with, well, what happened was...
What happened was, what happened was, we met a couple and played with them.
Quite enjoyed it and just carried on.
I thought, this is great fun. We just kind of evolved. We just cross over now. So now
There is also we're both bisexual, so there's some things I can't give him, and there's some things he can't give me. So we kind of sort of got to a point where we were like, well, we want to do these other experiences, and that's not all. You don't always land lucky where you find another bisexual couple either. So we sort of found others that we kind of were intrigued by and were enticed by.
Yeah, but it comes across with our events as well, because we host a swing event and we host a BDSM event.
Excellent.
So
what are your events?
So the swing event is Gen X rated for over 40s. You're not included.
Gen Xers.
Gen Xers. So that's Gen X rated Ecstasia.
Okay.
And then we host Dystopia, which is a BDSM event, which is, go on, say it. Say
It's my baby. I love it.
I saw the shiver.
So it's we've attended quite a few sort of events, and we kind of wanted to give back in another way of creating something a little bit darker, dystopian, so that it would be something we would want to attend, but themed around, whether you think of Handmaid's Tale or Dune or 1984, Mad Max, Star Wars, whatever it is, whatever your dystopian story is, you can come and dress it up, and if you wangle a scene into it that you want to play and sort of have a fantasy out, then you can come and do that, and the space that we create just allows that. Someone actually described it as like the slightly northern version of Torture Garden. We were like...
Not the northern version of Torture Garden.
Oh, Torture... What was
they pulled me to one side, and I can't say who this is, but this person... Normally only pulls people to one side when they're in trouble. Anyway, so they pulled me to one side and went, this reminds me of Torture Garden 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I went, ooh. And then I got very excited because somebody mentioned us in Torture Garden in the same sentence.
And we've done it once. We were like, oh, okay,
cool. We've only done one Dystopia.
It's good. It's quite a new event.
It's brand new. The whole club gets changed around. It's 5-6 hours set up.
Wow.
Every time.
But it will be. We've only done one.
This is good. We've got an exclusive.
Yes, that's it.
And we've created... I created we're kind of a slightly propaganda style newspaper to kind of promote it.
That's cool.
So called The Watch. So I've just put it out on the podcast so everybody can kind of listen to the previous episodes, but also put the it's put up on FetLife every week, and then we're putting it up on Spicy Match as well on the Dystopia pages to kind of give you more details about the club, what people did, the reviews from the last one, and it's going to kind of expand over the course of the year and have a lot more kind of depth to it. And I might print it, see what happens.
We'll probably end up getting printed. And
my eyes have glazed over because I love the whole science fiction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need a tissue, darling?
I've already reached my peak.
So how often do you run those events?
It's quarterly because we couldn't
Dystopia
do it monthly.
is quarterly, isn't it? So the next one's in May.
That's nice. It gives people something to build up to,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Exciting.
And that's
the level
really
of organisation that Dystopia takes, we couldn't even do it bi-monthly. It would have to be quarterly, and also gives people a chance to work on their outfits and things like that. I mean,
and that's happening. That
if
people
you have
are
a look on
like posting
FetLife,
saying this has arrived, this is for the next Dystopia, and or this is what we did last time, and this is what we're going to do next time. Can you help us? Kind of, we want people to be part of the scenes, and we've put out for someone. We want someone to kind of play a bit of a character that we've written for them to kind of then take it on and make it their own as well.
So have you had any sort of particular characters arrive?
Well, if you have a look on FetLife and Dystopia and Spicy Match, Extasia pages and Dystopia pages. So we had the face of Bo turned up covered in knives. We had Gregarious, who turned up with a Tina Turner auntie entity from Mad Max.
Oh, wow.
Crossed with something else. So he was also wearing a 9-inch dildo that he painted, strap-on dildo, that he painted red, put a catheter up it, and had a bag of red liquid on his hip. Along with what I think was Freddy Krueger. Along with what I think was Freddy Krueger's glove.
Yeah. And I was at the front as everybody was coming in, and I had like a painter and decorator all in one on with a mask, and I had my hands tied behind my back, and I was just running at people going, I was on a bungee cord. Freaking people out. It was so much fun because I didn't say anything. I just groaned at them. Or I said, help me. And they were like, no.
It left
like
people
you're enjoying yourself too much. And I was like, yes, I am.
We wanted something to let people under no illusion as to what they were walking into.
Yes.
That it is different.
Yeah.
That it is a darker play event. It is a properly themed.
Yeah,
like
play
proper
event,
cosplay.
Yes, exactly. Yes, because you get
but with a kink.
And that's where we've taken maybe a bit of the sort of swing events into the BDSM events, because a lot of BDSM events have a name, but not specifically an actual theme.
That's so cool.
Whereas a lot of swing events do have an actual theme.
Yeah.
So we've almost sort of taken the good bits out of each and inserted it into one event.
Totally cool.
So if anybody wanted to come to Dystopia, is there a level they need to be at, or is it literally open
you
to
could turn
all?
up. Well, the way we always run our events, and we crew for another event, another BDSM event, and I can't speak for other events in other parts of the country or anything like that, only ours. The way we work it is if you are brand new, we'll pretty much spot you straight away. You're welcomed as you come down the stairs to Extasia at Shamed and Dystopia. Shame's the event we crew at, helping our friend, and he crews at our event, so we know how it works. So as you come downstairs, you're welcomed anyway. You're asked if you've been there before. We pretty much know the regular people who come into the BDSM events anyway, and you kind of get a feel for people if they're experienced in the scene, if they're not. People say they haven't, and they say, oh no, I've never been to an event like this, which somebody had. Never. Simply just tell me, and say, well, why don't just have a look around, see what you like, see what you don't like. If you see something you don't like, just walk away. There's plenty of rooms. Have a seat over there. We'll check in with you, which we did several times. What we do with newbies several times. Just keep checking in, sit down, have a little chat, bring them over a drink or a lollipop or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Bit of sugar to just
that's it, and just make sure they're okay.
You take chocolate to a kink event.
and things like that. And it's really fascinating to watch people walk in absolutely. The person who turned up at Dystopia, his first kink event, he was like rabbit caught in the headlights. Hour and a half in, he's literally sat there on a stool looking into the dance floor, which we turned into a dungeon kind of thing, just watching everything.
That's so awesome. Going back to the original question, there isn't a level that people need to be at. It is you will just know that play is going to happen. We've kind of designed it and pitched it that is what's going to happen. There is going to be people, there is going to be impact play, there is going to be maybe electrics or sensory play or bondage, or you'll see DS going on, or a multitude of different things. And as Wolf said, you just, if something isn't for you, that's okay. Move on. Everybody's kink is different, and that's one of the things whenever we started the podcast is everybody is different, and how your kink manifests, or how ours marry up, and that is how why we work. But other it's you find that you might not sit with everything, and that's totally fine. Go and find what is right for you, and talk to people and find what is right for you, which is one of the great things about the whole community, really.
That's it.
That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I say all the time is it's your kink. It doesn't matter if you go to swing events or if you go to BDSM events.
You're living on alternative
still
lifestyle
kinky.
either way.
You go to a swing event, you're still kinky.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just like it's your kink, and it's whatever you want it to be.
We always find there's two camps. always two camps. You get a camp that's probably a little more old-fashioned that say kink and swing don't mix.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the mickey out of them, by the way. I do the voice. Mrs. N always does that voice about me, and I go, no, I don't talk like that. And now I'm doing it about but you have got probably more an old school.
Yeah.
Let's call them old school that say kink and swing don't mix. But then you've also got people. So you would say that kink and swing do mix a little bit more.
I would. Yeah, and we kind of pitch now and talk a lot more about if you live an alternative lifestyle. We're in a minority, whichever one you're in. Whether you are in swinging, whether you're in kink, whether you're a nudist, whether you decide that you don't want to work a 9 to 5, you live an alternative lifestyle, and all of those things, they're all okay, whichever you decide, and there is space for everybody, and you just have to respect people's choices. So, you know, we sit firmly in the middle of the camp with a little flag going, yeah, we're for both sides, and, you know, we'll happily talk to anybody about everything, and, you know, we're honestly open with everybody, and
that's
that
it.
is
We don't even
just
sort of, we don't sort of
way to
see.
be.
Yeah, we don't sort of see sides. We just see what our kink and what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we want to go to if you want to, you know, boil it down kind of thing. We want to go to swing events because we enjoy them. It's a party. We love a party. We love meeting people, playing with people, and everything that happens there. And we also love to go to BDSM events and doing some more intense play or some more characterised play, or actually setting up a scene and deciding, spending a few days planning a scene and doing a scene.
Yeah.
Which
You
we
have
did
me
for
at
wedding.
Mad Max.
and also at Dystopia, the Entice crew, there's 20 of them in total, run another event that they're called Entice, rocked up with, they were all wearing full tactical gear and had a hostage.
Yeah, so they were all kind of like full black balaclavas and, you know, like fake weapons and, you know, vests and everything like that, and their submissive was was roped up, and you could see a lot more skin, but that was the only skin you could see out of the whole group. It was just on point.
And they literally marched down the stairs, the fire exit from the hotel at Flirts, which is within the compound, and in through the front, up the stairs, and then down into the dance floor.
Oh,
it was
as a tactical team.
I tell you what, the other outfit we didn't mention was Bridget Dole, dressed Handmaid's Tale, head to toe latex, so red rubber and the cone kind of on the top. Oh my! And a full doll's face as well. They were in character from the minute they came back upstairs from the changing area, and then we were just like, we just saw everyone just go, what? And they just, you know, like when you watch Handmaids and they're walking down the street, and they're just looking forward when they're walking in their pair, and they were just doing that. And we were just like,
wow,
that is commitment to the role.
Yeah.
And we were just in awe all afternoon, weren't we?
It's like a piece of installation art.
Oh, it was amazing.
I
Absolutely
have to
amazing.
be honest, it does really fascinate me.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that. It is art, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is an art form.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people need to learn.
Yeah.
That it isn't.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about this before, haven't we? That, you know, you say BDSM and you get images of literally being whipped and pain and everything else. But the more we're learning about it, the more you realise it is a real art.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I'm just fascinated with what you said earlier about preparing a scene.
Yeah.
So how do you go about that?
Well, usually it's one of your fantasies.
Yeah.
It's blaming you.
Yeah. Oh, it always does.
We have probably an equal number of fantasies, just you're more
We
vocal.
have a very active imagination.
You're more vocal.
And sometimes something it'll kind of sit, or it'll come from a dream or something that I've kind of seen, and it's kind of married in with something, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And then it'll sit there for a couple of days, and then I'll share it. And then generally we email it, don't we? I don't know why we email it, but it's the way that it happens.
It seems kinky on email. Like you're talking to somebody else.
It seems naughty. So we do that. So then we email it, kind of like, you know, this is what I'm thinking, and then we go backwards and forwards, and then it'll be, right, when are we going to do it? Where are we going to do it? How does it go? And that the biggest one I think we did was the Shamed Bride, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And people replicate
so
that.
after we got married, we'd become non-monogamous just before we got married. So we were kind of like, well, we need to do something we were committing to ourselves, but we wanted to kind of commit again to the wider kind of bit, this community we were sort of saying we were part of. So I bought like a sparkly like lingerie set and a really cheap wedding dress, and one of the there's it's called a slave display unit. So it's got sort of like a bit up the top and then 2 leg bits. And so you roped me into that. So it was kind of like a free use scene.
Yeah.
So people could have one kiss, one touch, and that was it. And I think I had a tally up my arm, didn't I? And there was like 20, 25 people that had taken part. So it was, and everyone was like, they were stood there like, you could see them considering where they were either going to kiss or when they were going to touch.
It was either or. You can't.
No, you could do both, but one of each.
But
that was it.
What it was this. So what it was it was Dystopia. It was shamed.
Yeah.
And so I put it in context.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just randomly on the street.
As you do. Saturday afternoon.
So it was addict stage where it was shamed, and yes, I tied you into the beginning, and obviously made everyone aware what was going on.
We put it on FetLife as well beforehand.
Yeah, put a Sharpie to tally on your hand, and everyone was allowed one kiss and one grope anywhere, and they could rip any item of clothing they wanted to get to what they wanted to kiss and grope.
Yeah.
So it was you dress and the lingerie were in tatters afterwards.
But when somebody turned up with their rope shears and just like cut it, and I was like,
oh yes, I know that was as well. That was. I think that was actual.
Did you keep the dress as a
I've
memento?
still got them. Yeah. I've shared it on the Dystopia page when I was talking about it in the watch last week actually. But we did a podcast episode on it as well, so people can listen to us talk about how that was, because it was.
So do you let people know beforehand that this is what you're going to be doing?
So we put it up on FetLife in the group for the event and kind of told everybody what it was, and then, you know, if you want to get involved, come and find us. You'll be able to see us, and they were.
See, I've not heard of anything like that, because I think anybody that we've spoken to that's into BDSM thing, it's like they do a scene, and it's not very often that other people get involved, is it? It's just something
that comes in very much to what their kink is and how they want to play, what their dynamic is. You know, our dynamic has very much evolved over time. To start with, it was just we would play with each other and we would view what else was going on, but we wouldn't involve anybody else or, you know, be with anybody else.
And now we want to involve other people, otherwise, you know, might as well do it at home.
Oh my god, are you saying you're bored?
I walked into that one, didn't I?
You've been shamed.
Not for the first time.
It's brilliant. It's crazy because it's almost like kink going into swinging within in something that's really fascinating, because you kind of like, from our side of things, we've seen swingers venture into kink, include a bit of flogging and stuff, whereas that it's kind of like, as I say, you know, you're going from typical sort of sir and sub to then including others. It's fascinating.
That is cool.
Always learn stuff.
It was really fascinating when we came to your event in February. I was wearing a collar.
I remember.
Stunning.
You did look stunning. I think I commented on your collar.
Thank you. And somebody came up to me and they said, "Are you allowed to talk?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I am." And they were like, "Oh, I just wanted to make sure because you had a collar on." And that respect is great, because sometimes I'd have to say no because he told me I can't. And when we've been to embargo at Libs, we've that has been the case. But you know, on a swing night, we kind of choose whether I'm wearing it or not, and sometimes it fits with the outfit, sometimes it doesn't. So.
Yeah, because obviously we've got.
I've got multiple ones now, so they generally do.
I'm glad you're allowed to talk today, otherwise the podcast might have been not so good.
And I mean, the thing is, at swing events, we don't introduce that much. We still have our BDSM style. Yeah. We don't introduce that much, that much of that type of play, because it doesn't fit the event really. It doesn't fit what we're going for either, because we have multiple swing personalities and kink personalities.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
About 5 each, I think. So it depends on what we're doing at the time.
That's nice because you kind of get something from either side, don't you? So.
And it's nice now because we have the 2 different events. You know, Dystopia is so dark, but Gen X Rated is so kind of like light and happy, and you just party in the night.
So we'll briefly talk about Gen X Rated if we can.
Absolutely.
So it's that is our swing party.
Yeah.
That is a party Saturday night, Ecstasia. So it's couples and single ladies only, and we've got a DJ whose genre is late 80s to very late 90s kind of thing.
This is
so
I'm
Gen
in heaven
X,
already.
So it's kind of the era where the middle of Gen X we just started going clubbing kind of thing. Every DJ has their genre, doesn't they?
That's his.
They do.
Absolutely.
And we try and decorate the club as best we can for that kind of era. I try and encourage people to dress
cool.
with that kind of era as well. So 90s 80s, 90s dress kind of thing, which is really, really cool. And whereas a lot of parties that happen at Extasia, people end up giving away a drink at the beginning and things like that. The last one we gave away Curly Whirlies.
Which went down like a storm.
Yes.
And the next one is going to be Sherbet Fountains.
Sherbet Fountains.
So you've got an invite.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, and it'd be great.
You're going to have to dig me rah-rah
You
skirt
had
down.
Mrs. N at Curly Whirly.
You did. You did. But I do love a sherbet fountain.
It's an open invite for you guys to come along to it. It'd be great to have you there.
You start having toffos.
Oh,
Do you remember toffos?
that's the list for the next one.
Yes, Paul did send me marathons.
Oh, yeah.
Actually branded marathons.
Yeah, they're coming back. They've switched them.
You're going to switch the name back, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Where have I been?
No longer a Snicker. I never call them Snickers anyway. It's like opal fruits. I don't call them Starburst. They're still opal fruits.
I think Gen X is such a cool name for a party that's, of that era aged. And it's just so cool.
So if any of our listeners are thinking, do you know what, that sounds right up my street, how can they get in contact with you guys?
Cool. So first of all, the events are on. So Gen X Rated is Saturday the 20th of April, and that's at Extasia. And then Dystopia, the next one is Sunday the 12th of May. So that starts at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. If you want, either find us on FetLife and Spicy Match for Dystopia, and then Fab and Spicy Match for Gen X Rated, or you can find us on various social medias under Kitten and her.
And you don't have to be members. Can they just contact you to
they can contact and get on the guest list,
Yeah.
but they will have to be members to go into Extasia, which can be sorted out on the night. But have a read on their website to make sure that you've got everything that you need.
Yeah.
You can either sort it out beforehand or
But
on
you
the
can
door.
help.
Yeah, we can
direct them into the right places. Yeah.
And Extasia membership, I think, is for a couple. I think it's £20.
I can't remember now.
And it's lifetime.
That's cool. Cool.
So
all of the lifetime.
We get so many listeners
Apart
that
from the single
don't
male.
know what that first step to take. So
Yeah.
they think
Yeah.
they have to go to the club first, but they can just contact you and you can sort it all
we
out.
can send
we'll
them, we can send them a link. They can do it all online. Then all they've got to do is rock up at the night, show some ID for their first time, get their membership card.
Yeah.
That's it. Once you got that, yeah.
That's so cool.
Fantastic.
So then, as if your life wasn't complicated enough.
Oh, it's not complicated
Not
at all.
complicated, just colourful.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy.
Love it.
So you then went into Spicy Match.
That's right, yes. So we've been on Spicy Match for quite a while. They are very large in Europe.
Yeah.
Been going since 2014. And they, as well as being a platform for lifestyle platform, they also organise holidays and vacations all over Europe.
I have heard these holidays. You just saying holidays as if it's just castaway. I have heard about these holidays. Everybody knows one of my favourite parties is Dark Desires, because that's my kind of music, reggae and R&B. I love it. I love the R&B reggae music. And I've heard Cap Dag, and everyone's saying, Spicy Match, and Spicy Match has been plugged quite heavily. But it's not. I've not heard it anywhere else.
No, that's it.
Everything you've heard so far is true.
Yes,
and it's so much more.
So we went. On we joined up to go on one of the holidays.
Yeah.
To Cap Dag. We went
Last
week
summer.
1. Cap week 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, last
and
summer.
yeah, and we actually met the Spicy Match guys, and we had a fantastic time. Epic holiday.
Oh, there is.
Epic.
It was, and explaining Cap Dag is really challenging. You walk into the gates of the naturist village, and you're free.
And this is for our listeners. This is in France.
This is in the south of France. Yeah. So Cap Dag is actually a kind of a city, and then the naturist village is kind of on the end, kind of a kilometre outside.
Ag is a town, and Cap Dag is the naturist area.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just
And
it's
can you
just
describe what it's like as a resort kind of thing? Is it a beach? Is it?
There's everything. So there's the beach, there is the hotels, apartments, the shops, restaurants. There's the big campsite.
And this is all naturist.
It's all naturist. The
all
minute
naturist.
you walk through those gates, and you can be naked.
75% swinger as well. we'd have to say 25%,
65%,
65%,
yeah, 65%
something like that.
swingers during the summer.
So essentially, it's a gated community. You have to pay some euros as you go through the gate, which I think is to apply by some French law or other. And once you're in there, yes, you can pretty much you can be naked. You can do what you like. There's 3 main hotels which actually sort of control the 3 areas as it works. Underneath each hotel is where all the shops and clubs are. Port Nature,
Port Ambon,
and the big one in the middle I always forget the name of.
Heliopolis.
Underneath those hotels is where all the shops and all the clubs are.
And the restaurants.
And things like that.
So it's dressed down during the day, as you would expect in a naturist, but it's then dress up when you go out in the evening, for
so cool.
levels. Depending on where you're deciding you're going, there is dress code for some of them. And you'd be able to see that. And if you're staying with Spicy Match, they would let you know kind of what a dress code was appropriate. But yeah, it's just incredible. It's so much fun. So absolutely recommend it to everybody.
Oh, it's amazing. So there's slightly smaller hotels. I say slightly smaller, still big hotels. Just dotted around those 3 main ones. The 3 main hotels are massive.
And they're apartments.
They're unbelievable.
As well,
they're apartments as well.
Yeah.
They're just huge. Unbelievable. There's several small ones, and so Spicy Match take over Hotel Babylon
Jardin de Babylon.
Which is a lovely, beautiful hotel. The apartments
it's had a massive
in it,
makeover this year as well.
Has it?
Yeah.
We didn't even need it. It didn't. We're coming from some of the places you stay in the UK, and you walk into, especially Babylon, where it's every room's an apartment anyway. So you've got separate living room, bedroom.
I think there is some different rooms as well.
There's some most of them are proper apartments, and they're all beautifully decorated, balcony, fully fitted kitchen, everything in them. Yeah, I don't think it needed a refit.
It's got a good pool, and they have a
epic breakfast
and legendary pool party.
The Babylon pool party is. Everyone was bigging it up to us all week.
They were kind of saying, "Oh yeah, you really want to be around on Friday for when it's the pool party. Yeah, you really want to be around." And we're like, "Really? Is it going to be this great?" You look at the pool and you're like, "It's not that big. It's kind of a nice size, but it's not over there." And then, oh my god, it was just another eye-opening level of wow.
Yes, because for the pool party, they open it up not just for the people who are staying in Babylon, but for Spicy Match members can attend.
Yeah.
So a lot of Spicy Match members from France and Italy and places like that come down for the pool, just for the pool party.
Yeah.
Which is, it was epic.
And it was play like that.
Instant.
It opened, they got a drink, they went at it.
Yeah, basically everyone rocked up.
All day.
Got a drink, had a quick swim in the pool, and then just fucked everywhere. Everywhere.
The DJ started as everyone was arriving, and he played must have been nearly 8 to 10 hours straight, and he didn't miss a beat.
Wow.
It was I highly recommend it. It's absolutely amazing.
I'm just speechless.
Do you need another tissue?
It's impossible.
and then just to top it off, as far as holidays concerned, Spicy Match also take over an entire island in Croatia for 2 weeks.
So, for everybody that doesn't know, we've been on Spicy Match a few weeks now.
Yes.
I've been really impressed with it. Really impressed with it. The graphics on the website and everything's so professional, and you get all these videos come up of the parties and obviously the Croatian island.
Yeah, Spicy Island.
Spicy Island. I'm like, what? And he just like flashed past me as like a little titillation. I'm just like, whoa, no, bring that back. Bring that back. I need to see this. I need more of this shit. So you've got to tell me about Spicy Island.
Well, we haven't been yet, have we? We're actually going this year. But yeah, basically they take over an island that will house 600 swingers.
Whoa.
And they're doing it 2 weeks. They did 1 week last year, and they're doing 2 weeks this year. And I think their second week's a little bit more BDSM, isn't it? And a bit more kink with kind of related things. Yeah. But again, it's just there's 600 people. You're on an island. You know everybody on that island is on your wavelength.
Yeah.
And there is entertainment. There is, there's different price ranges of accommodation. Everything from bell tents to lodges. And then there's, as I say, entertainment, and then you're doing themed parties. And you can take part in as much or as little as you want to. And they put on an epic party. I'm super excited to go.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. Yeah. And one of the things with the Spicy Match vacations, Spicy Island or Cap or the other places they go to, you can get involved as much as you want.
Yeah.
They'll just say, especially like Cap Dag, they're going, well, we're going to go to this club tonight. Do you want to go to there with us? Meet and host reception at 11 o'clock. You're not pushing you to go.
No.
You're just doing it wherever your level. And if you decide to go somewhere else, you've met other people, you want to go to something else.
There's no regime.
There's no commitment.
Yours to enjoy.
That's it. You pretty much left your own devices. The only thing they always strongly say is we recommend going to the pool party.
That sounds pretty obligatory.
Yeah. So we went on there to
do that
to do the holidays. And we met those guys when we were out there. Very lovely people. Ended up friends with them, and they got in touch with us back end of last year, and said, we've neglected the UK for too long. It's time we came to the UK
how long has
officially.
it been established in Europe?
Since 2014.
Wow. Okay, so
it's well established.
10 years.
And you can tell, because when you go on the website, that there's none of those kinks. Pardon the pun.
There's lots of kinks, but
not those sorts of kinks. None of the kinks of brand new websites. Where you get the glitches and you get the things. There's none of that on.
No, it's a finished product.
It's absolutely the business when you look at this website, and that's obviously what sort of got my eye straight away. But as I say, I hadn't apart from the Dark Desires crew who were telling me all about it. I hadn't heard of it. So Spicy Match is now officially in the UK.
They're officially in the UK. I mean, they've always been in the UK.
Yeah, they've been here.
There's always been a couple of clubs that have always been very involved with them.
Yeah.
Fabs for one, Extasia for two. Mainly again with the holidays and things like that, because they like their platform.
Yeah.
But now he said officially we need to make an actual push, have an actual presence in the UK, which is. For better or worse, which is us.
Yeah, that is
hopefully
us.
for better.
It's been fun so far.
Yeah, it's been great fun.
Yeah.
And yes, getting people on board, getting the clubs and hosts on board.
Because that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about the community.
Yeah,
it is,
absolutely.
And that's what sort of hit me with the Spicy website, is that there's so much of the community. When you go on there, you've got a proper map to start off with that you can sort of see where other people are, and you can make that map as not precise, so you can have it just as Leicestershire or Nottingham or wherever you're from, cities.
Yeah.
But it was so detailed. You can arrange separate albums, can't you, for your photos?
You can,
That's
and you
right.
can password the albums as well if you only want certain people to see them.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so you can, as you say, you can curate your albums on your profile. So it's like your, it works a lot like Facebook, doesn't it? So you've got your profile when you sign up, and then if you are a host or a club, you grab yourself a page and put all of the details like you would on Facebook, and then if you want to bring your community, you get a group, and then if you once you're doing events, you can list them on the page for the club or the event. So like for us, we have our profile, then we've got 3 pages that are just purely for the 3 events that we do, and then we have the events listed underneath there, and we post and push on the walls. So
that's really cool, because I'm not going to sort of mention other sites and things, because it's probably not that fair. They're not here to represent themselves. But on other sites, you've just got like a mishmash, using that word again, of just different events, and that's all you've got. So if you want to flick through and find one, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
But again, on Spicy Match, if you like particular hosts of an event and you think I like what they do, you can just flick straight to their page.
You like them, and then you're going to see them on your feed, and you can go straight to them from the menu on the left hand side, and you can click who you've liked in the pages and see what's going on.
Yeah, so if you like pages, so clubs have pages, hosts have pages. If you like pages, obviously their page will get pushed into your news feed, so you'll be kept up to date with their events and what's going on at the club, or what the hosts are doing, wherever they're hosting, or whatever it is they're doing. But also to find a party is so much easier. You can search by date, you can search by location, you can search on the
That's
map.
amazing, isn't it? Because there's a lot of people that sometimes have to pre-plan their visits that they're doing. So if they know they're free for a particular weekend, they can just put a date in, and it will
all come up
show up exactly what's going on.
All the parties having.
So cool.
And you've got to explain that the quick match is the slow match. Is it quick?
Speed dates and slow dates.
This is cool. This is so cool.
So if you want to meet someone in the next few days, you can post it up on speed dates. what it is you want to do, who you want to meet, this and the other. That'll then appear on a map. You can define the area of the map, size of the how accurately it wants to pinpoint where you are, kind of thing, on there, and then post that up, and then people can see it, and then people can message you about your speed date. If you want something to meet someone over a week in the future, a couple of weeks in the future, post it up as a slow date.
Exactly also in the same breath, though, you kind of how fast you kind of want something to happen. Whether you want to build a relationship or whether you want to think about it like that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you want to meet up and fuck.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
We have had people that have messaged into us and say that they've almost felt discriminated against at times because they are looking for someone probably more than just a quick fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, Spicy Match, we really encourage community and make the platform to encourage that as much as possible as well. Yeah. But in fact, you can just joining up as an individual person, you can start your own group. So you can start your own group for your area, for your friends, for your particular kink, for whatever it is you like. You can make that group public, you can make it private, you can make it secret if you want to, and then invite people to it.
If you've got a group of friends that like going to a club on a particular night, you could create a group on your platform.
Yep, certainly can. There are groups, there are several, if you on Spicy Match and you search groups in general, there's plenty of groups up there for, there's one people having Fabs on a Friday group and things like that. Do you know what I mean? You can just join that. So anyone who goes to that club on that day can join that group. And
how do they do that? How do they join the group? Do they just send them?
If you exactly the same as Facebook. If you view the group, there'll be a thing at the bottom that says join. If it doesn't say join, it will request to join. If you have to then answer some standard like Facebooky type questions for like joining Facebook groups.
It's a lot more fun than Facebook. I'm just going to point there's no hint of like boring Mark Zuckerberg on this. No. It's naughty Facebook. I'm calling it naughty Facebook.
That's it.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Or if it's a invite only group, you can just see it, but you can't only see the first page of it. Do you know what I mean? The banner, as it were. If it's a secret group, you can't find it at all.
Yeah.
If you see a group you want to join, click on it, you'll see the banner, and hopefully it'll just say join at the bottom if you don't need to answer any questions. Click the join button, that's it, you're in it.
Okay, so for our new listeners, they get 12 months free.
That's right.
They type in the promotion code V2V.
That's it. When you join up, you'll have a promotion code box.
Yeah.
Put your code in there, and that'll give everyone 12 months free membership.
So all you've got to do is put V, number 2, V, as in Vanilla To Vixen. If you put that in, you get 12 months free. You're just giving it away for free.
I know, yes.
Giving it away.
Because we're that confident people are going to love it, and there is so much to see on there already, you know.
That is an amazing offer.
No.
Isn't it?
It's not even an offer, it's free.
It's free. You know what I'm saying.
It's because we want everyone to get on board, see how good it is. And some of these 2-week and 1 month promotion things you get with various other things, it's not long enough to build your community, as it were, to make some connections and things like that. It takes time to build that up.
That is a good point.
So we're giving everyone a whole year to make your connections, find your community on there, create your groups, follow your clubs, follow your pages, follow your hosts.
And what's nice is this, it feels kind of new in the UK. I know it's not new, but it feels new. So if you join in now kind of thing, you can tell your friends, it's like, oh, well, Spicy Match, I'm on the new one, you know what I mean?
That's it, that's right, yes.
There is a great community already on there, isn't there? There's over 30,000 people on there.
Currently we're on 36,000 active users, and we're... there are a few more who are inactive. People come on and they come off over the years, sort of since 2014.
So I suppose you've got a lot of people that have been to Capdag, a lot of people that have done the holidays, and they're already in on the party. We're always last to the party.
No, not last. You're kind of middle ground. We're on the upward spike now.
Yeah.
So again, for new people that are brand new to it all, what are you allowed to post on there? What are you not allowed to post on there?
So basically, what you can't post on there, we'll go with that one to begin with, as the easiest one because there's not very many can'ts, to be fair, is you can't sell your body. That's the most important thing. It is a lifestyle / swingers platform.
It's not for adult workers.
It's not for OnlyFans or anything like that, so you can't link out to OnlyFans or anything. What you decide to do away from Spicy Match is entirely up to you, but you can't promote it on there because we don't allow you to sell your body. So that kind of goes against the community feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
Obviously, nothing illegal. Can't post anything illegal. And the other thing we do say to people is obviously when you're posting, especially on your news feeds and on pages and groups and stuff like that, we kind of say keep sort of genitals and close-ups to a minimum, but we give you an album to put your genitals and close-ups into.
Okay.
Which we entitle Genitals and Close-Ups when you sign up. You can change the name to whatever you want, naughty pictures, whatever you want to have. Intimate pictures is probably a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
To put your pictures into the intimate pictures album. So people who want to see them can pop in there and see them. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But you're not, when you start scrolling on your news feed, you're just constantly getting dick pics after dick pic after dick pic.
I didn't know some of that. I'm feeling very naughty at the moment.
I mean, what we will do is there are moderators, and they will see, if there's very, very intimate pictures going up on news feeds, they'll just pick it up and put it into your into
and that's
album.
nice because it's not like an instant. Right, you've not done that 24-hour ban.
No, they'll just grab the photo. So occasionally you might get a message,
notification and your kind of information, don't you, as well?
That's it. We will say that. That's occasionally I get a message. Where did my dick pic go or whatever? So we've sent
it to Mrs. N.
Yes, that's it. Yes. We've borrowed that. We've put it into your dick pic album for you.
We know you love it, but
that's it.
not everybody wants to see it first of all.
There is absolutely nothing wrong in your news feeds and everything else, but to put erotic pictures up, and we have got Fuck Me Fridays group, and we've got a daily group for everything. Do you know what I mean? Masturbation Monday was hard to do masturbation picture without some genitals being involved. But so things like that's absolutely fine.
So that's on the news feed.
So basically we say to people, we can upload pictures of whatever you like, but if we take the close-ups, we take a close-up. If you put a close-up up, we'll probably pop it into your Genitals and Close-Ups album for you, which you can rename to whatever you want. It's just so when you first bring up your news feed, you're just essentially not getting dick pics all the time.
You're not obsessed with that.
If you want to see them, you can go into that. You can see that person. I want to see his dick pics.
I think that's really nice, though, that you get the choice. Then that if you want to see more, you can decide that rather than it be kind of thrust in your face.
It's almost like an online version of a club. So when you go into a club like Liberty Elite or whatever, you go in socially first, don't you? Just socially.
You arrive at the bar and you say hello to people and you get social. Yeah,
somebody's not standing there slapping their dick around your face. And you start saying, whole new event.
That's another event. Yes.
But so it's kind of the online version of a club. And
you can make your. Quick thing for safety, because safety is important, especially very, very important with Spice Match. So some of the safety aspects are, for a start, you can limit who can see you to a country or an area. Okay. So if you don't want people outside the UK seeing your UK profile, you can limit your profile to the UK only.
Okay.
Which is fine. You can also limit who sees your profile. If you don't want single men seeing a profile, you can take them out of the equation, or things like that. And with your albums, your photo albums, your close-ups and intimate pictures, or any of your photo albums, you can also make password protected. Okay. So even if someone's friends with you, they can't see your password protected album until you give them the password.
That's another thing you can do. You can curate your friends list as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So you can have close friends, acquaintances, and then you can restrict as well. So we, for example, get a lot of single guys from Europe friend requesting us, and I put them straight into the restricted because I don't want to put everything out to them, and then when you're posting, you can restrict who sees it. So that's another thing. You can kind of group people together in that way as well.
Really good, isn't it?
And so organised.
Yeah, and you can make notes on profiles as well.
Yeah, you can do loads of stuff.
See, I don't know any other kind of app thing that you have that much control over.
But what I'm impressed, genuinely and honestly, I've been on it, a couple of weeks, and it's so easy to pick up.
Yeah.
But then you can actually, I suppose it's like a good computer game. There's stuff in there that you can actually master and learn more stuff.
Yeah.
But it's instantly that you can just go on. It's not difficult. You just go on, fill your details in. Straight away I could put photos in. It took me minutes.
Yeah.
But then I'm learning obviously the more intricate stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
Which is really
there's,
cool.
there's lots of things you can have fun with.
Yeah.
We even got a Tinder style swipe left, swipe right job.
On the app, isn't it?
On the app, the app, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not going to see Mrs. N for days.
That's great fun as well.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
But and the other safety thing is, which I really like. This is what the main thing we really love about the platform is the same as the other platforms and the other sites. Anyone can verify. On the other platforms and other sites, anyone can verify anyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only friends can verify people on Spicy Match.
Okay.
You have to be a friend. You have to be
that's
an actual
good.
friend. Not so. You got 3 levels of friendship: acquaintances, close acquaintances, whatever, friends.
Yeah.
You have to be actually friends. So there's close acquaintances, as it were.
Yeah.
To be able to verify somebody, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we've got is the official verification. So if you go on there, you'll see some profiles have a little shield with a Spicy Match logo inside the shield
Yes.
next to their profile. That means you've attended an official verification event, which are several events throughout the UK and all over Europe, and spoken to a Spicy Match member of staff at an official verification event. They've had a conversation with you, or we've had a conversation with you, face to face. If you're a couple, we've established the fact you're a couple.
I love the fact that Kitten just keeps putting her hand up and says, "Please, sir, I need to say something."
And we've had a conversation with you as a couple, and we've established that both halves of the couple are obviously in the lifestyle, happy to be there. You're not pretending to be a couple to join Spicy Match.
Yeah.
I believe Kitten may have something to add.
Go for it.
You could do that online too.
You can do it online
So you
as
can
well.
do it with a member of staff online. You can
Yeah.
get the
You can
official
do it-
verification,
okay.
so
You
you
can
don't
have
have to. If you can't get to an event for a good while, but you want to be verified, then you can do a video call with them. And both, if you're a couple, for example, both halves of the couple need to be there, and they will talk to both and ask a set of questions, and you will get verified.
But it's an actual conversation that, and it basically guarantees those people are genuine.
Yeah.
They are a real person. If they're a couple, they're a real couple.
Yeah.
Obviously, we prefer it if they do it at a verification event, because then we can see you in person as opposed to just on the screen.
Yeah.
But yes, it's something that I don't believe anyone else offers currently, and it really is the only genuine way of verifying someone is to have a conversation with them.
That's good.
And
Hand has gone up again.
sorry, I see you've got to shut you up. Gen X Rated is an official event, so you can get verified at that, and also our profile creation days are official verification events as well. So we go and take over Extasia for people to come and take photos to put on their profiles.
That's really cool.
You can't
Now
do
Wolf
it.
is returning the favour with the hand.
We also run a profile creator day, which we didn't mention in our previous events at the beginning of this podcast, where people can come along and take pictures for your profiles.
I just said that.
Yeah, but I'm going to elaborate a bit more on this, because what we do believe is obviously people read the first 2 or 3 lines of a profile if they're going into the intention of meeting someone, and then they go to the pictures. So we do believe if you make the pictures about what you're about, then the people contacting you will be more on your wavelength, more your kinks will align a bit better.
Yeah.
As opposed to just having a bunch of random pictures, you know, especially for guys, whereas guys can be quite limited, but you do see a lot of guys like, you know, a Sky remote next to you.
I know I saw some miniature lynxes the other day.
Miniature lynxes over the toilet.
Yes,
And
yeah,
things like that.
that's Mrs. N's favourite.
So, you know, I mean, I don't quite know what the picture of your dick pic over the toilet means. You're into water sports. Where my brain would go from that. Do you know what I mean? Toilet, penis, water sports. We're there.
You're a plumber? Who knows?
They're not good, whatever they do.
No, they are not good.
Certainly not
So,
good.
so you see that picture, you think, oh, this clearly is into water sports. So you message them and go, you know, I'd like to come around and piss on you. And then they reply with, oh, I don't want to do that. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah,
well,
what
your
was the
picture is leading me to believe your dick over the top of the toilet.
Well, the other one was a lady saying, "Oh, guys keep asking me for."
Yeah, so I did have almost this promoted that kind of thinking.
It really does
There was
promote
a
it.
young lady, she's a very, very nice young lady. Spoke to me at a club, it was ages ago now, and we were having a general conversation. And she said, on a certain platform, I will say it wasn't Spicy Match, I just get a bunch of guys asking me for bareback all the time. I'm like, well, that's not that common, but I know you do get some guys who ask for it, and they shouldn't be asking for it. Obviously, we always say safety is paramount. Always play safe, etc., etc., etc. So anyway, we exchanged profile names, and a day or so later, I had a look at her profile. First picture, she had a profile with legs open and a cream pie. And obviously, that then again. You see that, and you automatically think, oh, she likes bareback sex.
Yeah.
But she has that picture, and she doesn't like bareback sex. So we're running the profile, create a day. You can come along, take pictures in the club. We can help you take pictures, advise you take pictures. Say, what are you into? I'm into this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you do that over there? And take pictures of that. And all you need to bring with you, you don't need to bring a whole bunch of cameras and stuff like that, and lights and a setup. Bring your phone. We'll lend you some stands and some ring lights. Crack on.
There you go.
Yeah,
essentially,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And then get some really good pictures for your profile.
And also, it's a nice way to come to a club for the first time. So you're going to come in. It's on a quiet day. You can see it in a variety of different glories, if you like, in terms of it'll be a bit lighter, but we can make it dark within whatever setup that you want. And you'll meet others doing the similar thing. You're in this hobby because you want to meet other people. So it's a great way to do that. It's brilliant.
Yes.
I genuinely, I'm going to add now as well, because I think it's important. If anyone's listening to this, we are not being paid to promote this at all. We might get a free carrier bag or something.
Carrier bag? Well, look at that size. Pencil case.
Pencil case. There you go. So we might get a free condom.
I thought it was just the condoms.
Just a condom.
Oh, right, okay, it's just a condom.
Kids whispered. Just a condom.
Just the
I
condom.
love stationery. Who doesn't love stationery?
You'd rather have the pencil case.
They're very useful.
And it is genuine enthusiasm for this, because I'm feeding off of your enthusiasm for it.
We're so excited for coming to the UK.
I mean, the thing is, this is why we wanted to get you on the podcast, because obviously we met you at our event, and we managed to have a quick chat. But
you were a busy host.
It was a busy night, and then obviously we've had sort of video calls in between, and we've then learnt more about it, and Mr. Rennie's just he's been playing on it. But we just obviously wanted people to hear it from the horse's mouth.
So, and essentially, in a nutshell, the reason we love it is because it's freer than the other sites. We can express ourselves a lot better on those, and with the groups and the pages and things like that, we can really express ourselves in the groups.
We want you to promote your events. We want you to be on there. We want you to bring people to it, to promote it, because you can also sell tickets to the events.
I think that's
There's
really
another thing you can do.
I know so many hosts and club owners who have said that they don't feel included in some of the social media that's already out there. So that's really important, I think. And again, one thing that you just get instantly the feel is the community of the whole
That's
site.
definitely there.
When the listeners first join up, which you're going to, if you search in groups and search Spicy Match UK, there's a Spicy Match UK group. It's a group I've set up for everyone to introduce themselves as they join up. It's a group that we're going to make like a hub for the UK, so you can post up kind of where you're going to be, what you could be looking for, updates, general little bits and bobs like that. Join that group and use that I've set up, and it's just for the UK. If people from outside the UK join, I will personally boot them.
Boot them.
I am not shy with a banhammer. It's UK only.
Excellent.
But when you do sign up, because you're in the UK, you will your profile will automatically like the UK profile of Spicy Match. Which we're encouraging all of the hosts and clubs to post their updates on there, so that you get to see them as well. So it's great for them to start getting that visibility in a new way. I think it's been really popular so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's also great
just
for
posting on the wall of that page.
Yeah, it's great for everyone else as well, because we post bits and bobs on that page, bits on that profile, bits and bobs, bits of news around the UK, anything interesting or big that's happening. We always post up where we're going to be week to week, if I actually organise it properly and decide where we're going before 3 o'clock on the Friday, where we're going to be at 8 o'clock on Friday night. But
there was
things can change rapidly.
Do you think, guys, we could ask you to come to one of our events and kind of do a Spicy Match thing, so you could answer questions for people?
Absolutely,
for sure.
Sign some people up.
Yeah, we could do that. We could even make one of yours a verification event, validation event as well.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Official validation.
Get us.
So we could have get our listeners actually your chance to get verified on Spicy Match.
Get the official shield.
That would be really cool.
That would be.
That would be cool. We should organise that.
Yeah, we'll get sorted for that. Yeah,
I'll bring a load of freebies as well. So I'll start throwing things at people.
I told you get me free carrier bag.
it's so useful.
I just am in awe of you guys. So you've got, I say you've got your kink podcast, you've got your events going on, which sounds so cool. Gen X.
We are definitely.
Yeah, you've got to come to Gen X.
Definitely get our names down on that one.
And the Dystopia one. That I'm still. Yeah, Mad Max.
That's it, yes. Yeah.
You have been Mad Max.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a chainsaw to the
Calm down, Dave. Calm down.
and turrets.
What did I go? I went as the mechanic from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome
You
with
did,
the goggles and the pickaxe handle with excuse me, pig fucker written on it. Straight from there.
You did,
I just didn't put the barbed wire on, but I think I might put the barbed wire on for the next one.
Right.
Nice and subtle.
Yes, nice and subtle.
I'm keeping my outfit. Mine is a progression outfit, so it was quite tame this time round.
Yes.
And it will get more dystopian and darker as the year goes on, because that's another thing. The event gets kind of more post-apocalyptic as it goes on.
The fourth one, the world is going to end. I just need to talk the club owners into all the pyrotechnics I want and things like that.
I think it's going to be a no.
I don't know. I think it could well be. Yes, he's quite into the
he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
Because he can let rip as well.
Yeah.
He's like, can I do this? I was like, do it.
We've really got the owners of Extasia involved as well, because we've been going there for like 7 years. It was like our first club, wasn't it? And it's so we've got them involved.
That's nice.
They're kind of like going. We keep getting pictures of like, what about this? And we're like, yeah. And we're like, what about this? And we're like, yeah.
I always think that's really nice though, that it's still your first club.
Yeah.
And you're still there.
Yeah.
I think everyone does the same thing though, don't they? Everyone, the first club they go to.
I don't know.
I mean, obviously it's for us, isn't it?
Yeah, some people move on and stuff and that, but but I think it shows what a genuine love and a community that we all have.
Yeah.
That we all have our own little things and we cross over and we do other people's stuff.
But wherever we visit, club-wise, we always feel welcome and we always find people that are on our wavelength, as you do, because you're never going to like everybody. That's just not the way it works. But you find people that sit with you, and everybody is always so friendly, and it's brilliant. I love it wherever we've been. We've never had a bad experience.
Never had a bad experience.
But you meet some lovely people, like you say, that might not share your kink.
Yeah.
But you can listen to them, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and that is what I genuinely love about all of it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
thank you for having us.
Yes, putting up with us.
We talk a lot.
No, we love it. That's what we like.
We're just going to remind our listeners, if they want to listen to your podcast, it is
When Kitten and Her Wolf.
When Kitten and Her Wolf.
Yep.
Where can they hear that?
They can hear that on Spotify and now Apple Podcasts.
Apple and Spotify, the two main ones.
Yeah.
And we're going to give all the details. We've given all you details of how you can contact you. Get on Spicy Match. Type in on the code V2V, letter V, number 2V, and you'll get 12 months free. Yep. What more can you want?
Exactly.
That's it.
And then come and say hi.
Come and say hi to all of us. All of us in this room are on there. So
absolutely.
Make sure you like and friend all of us and get in touch and what have you.
Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.